Alright, let's start this. When we last left off, the party was in the town of Trieste, looking for a man named Johann Winkelmann, and they found him, and his tomb. They later found him again as a ghost, who directed them toward a talisman, who is now being held by John Doe here. And is directing them to the Postumia Caverns, where a cult resides, and possibly one of the artifacts. They were making their way into the caverns and through the caves when all the lights went out. As the lights went out, from behind the party, off in the distance, they could hear the noise of people coming over and the beams of light from flashlights. You are being chased. This is a specific game mechanic called Chase Scene, which is structured similar to combat. I will explain it as we go through it. This is where we will require everyone's move statistic.
Huh. I don't think I have that written down.
Your move rate.
Your
it's
move
at
is
the bottom right of the
characteristics.
characteristics.
Oh, there it is. Right.
Now, at the beginning of this, everyone's going to have to make a full con roll to see if they're in shape enough to keep their speed going. If they get an extreme success, as if they impale, their movement rate for this will actually go up by 1.
Is impale the same as it was last time?
Yeah, it is
it's
1/5.
1/5.
It's printed on your sheet. Yeah.
Standard success, no change. A failure,
And
your
pale.
movement goes down by 1.
So I have a move rate of 6 now.
Was yours originally 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is standard at 9. His is 8, I guess.
Because impale goes
Yeah.
up? So I change it now, or is it temporary?
No, it's temporary.
So hiding would not be an option at this point.
No, but once you get far enough away, you will be able to make a hide roll. In fact, it'll even give you a bonus if you're far enough away. Sorry, so 9, 6.
Yeah. All right. I think I have an. All right, gentlemen. I think I have an idea. You make a distraction and run like heck. We run the other way.
You scream it over there. We'll run this way.
Wait, who has the highest move rate?
Me.
Oh, okay. You make the distraction and run in a separate.
Okay. The move rate has an interesting effect where each turn you'll have a certain amount of movement points to spend. Moving from one area to the next will cost you a point, as well as taking an action such as firing a round.
That also takes a move point. To
Yes.
do that. Alright.
Now the person with the lowest amount of move gets 1 movement point a turn. And then the person just above that gets 2, so on and so forth.
So you get 3 moves a turn, I get 2, you get 1.
There's 1, you get 2, you get 3.
I'm just writing down a note to myself. Buy dynamite.
I'm still holding the person, right?
Yes.
Okay. I blow his brains out.
Yeah, that's fair. It's probably a sand roll for all of us there.
Well, I don't know, it's kind of dark.
I don't know, you hear the bang, you see a flash, you probably feel some blood splatter. Like, make a luck roll to see if you get any brains on your face.
I do not. 15 out of 55.
I do, in fact, get brains on my face.
Should I make a luck roll?
I don't think he has to.
You don't have to.
You're projecting away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you did this very
Which is
stupidly.
stupid. Which you may have to roll damage too.
Like the back of the skull, pretty much.
Or are you going to do the fun way where when you opt to execute someone with a gun, you still have to roll damage and you might not kill them?
Well, I blew his brains out, so I don't think he's going to be in a condition to be on speaking terms if he survives.
You hit automatically. That's where you get the dud round.
So, do
Now,
I have to roll
darling,
sanity?
I know I asked you for the choice of whether you wanted to die quickly or leave it pretty close. I'm going to just choose for you. You're going to die quickly.
I know I gave you that choice earlier, but you never gave me an answer, so I begged for you. Now, once he's dead, throw him behind you, lying down, in the hopes that they'll trip over him.
Okay. Actions will be done in dex order.
Okay. My dex is 65.
45.
My dex is 40.
That's convenient. It's in the same order as our speed.
Okay. Now each dot represents a rough location, such as a certain stretch of hallway or tunnel or a room. Now, if an obstacle comes up, it is in the space between two dots, and that means you may need to make a check to get between it. Now, if you have more than one movement action, you can actually spend an extra movement action to be more careful going through it, to get a bonus die on rolling to succeed it. Or you can just be reckless and run right through.
This is where all my athletics-based skills come in handy.
Yes, I'm certainly being left behind at this point, I believe.
So Agnes, you have 3 movement points.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to shoot at anyone because that would involve shooting through John and Benoit with a shotgun, which is a slug, but still.
Yeah.
I'm just going to move forward.
Okay.
Oh, it's still dark, isn't it?
Yes.
I will move forward 2 and take a flashlight.
Okay.
If that takes an action, I don't know.
I don't think it will.
Alright.
I'll say you can still move up 3 though if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks to you having the flashlight, you actually see the really sharp corner in the distance, so you'll get a slightly easier roll on that.
I will also call back and mention it to the others.
Sharp corner, whatever feet it is. I'm American, so I say feet.
I nearly said meters, but I didn't.
Alright, John,
So, let's see.
you have 2 movement actions.
So I can either move here or move here and try to shoot them.
True, but you would get a penalty die from the sheer distance of that.
Sniper training?
It would still be a penalty die.
Part of my character.
Your sniper training is reflected in you having a high stat skill.
Yeah. Can I be able to gauge what the penalty would be?
It would be a penalty die. Meaning you add another 10 percentile to your roll, and then you take the lowest.
I mean the higher.
Higher, sorry.
So you take one of these and take the highest.
No, you'd put another one with... Yeah.
Let me just get a general gist of what this would be like.
It's exactly like in 5th edition where you roll 2d20s.
I don't think he's played 5th edition.
Oh.
Wait, I rolled 2 10s.
Correction, you rolled a 10 and a 70 and then nudged one of the dice.
I did?
Yeah.
I'll risk it. Alright, I'll move forward 1.
Okay.
Turn around.
Wouldn't you want to shoot first, then move?
I don't think it's going to matter much, but
Will that matter?
No.
not when he's using a rifle.
Really, combat is best when they're one space away or if they're on the same space you are. You to make a roll.
No. I rolled a 90.
What was your skill?
My skill is 67.
Okay, so it's not a crit fail.
You were going to shoot me, weren't you?
Yeah, if he fumbles, he totally shoots you.
It is a very real possibility. Because you're not all standing still during this. This is like a 2-minute span of time where you're all running down hallways and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. So
If I had that information, I would have just finished. Oh, never mind. Fine.
you only get 1 movement action.
So I guess I'm just following him.
Yep.
Oh yeah, first I'm going to lay the body I just shot down laterally in front of me in hopes that someone trips on it.
I will actually write that down as an obstacle. People are always free to make new obstacles, like slam doors or throw things around. Now it's the cultist
Knock over
movement.
trash cans.
They get 2 movements, which they're going to go right here, and they're like the tunnel right behind you. You can actually see their flashlights off the distance and even see a few of them. Alright, Agnes, it's your turn.
Alright. Do we roll for movement every turn, or is this fixed?
It is fixed.
Okay. I head back because there's no way Benoit can escape them.
Rendering the entire thing pointless.
So you're going back 3 or what?
No, I'll go back to here.
Okay.
And I will get my shotgun out, and I will aim. Is that an action I can take?
Yes, you can take that.
Like brace down.
try and see if I can get a sighting on something. Do the old hold the flashlight in the barrel thing.
All right, John, your turn.
Alright.
You get 2 actions. Well, 2 action points.
Alright, I want to hide.
It would be a skill check.
I succeed. 33. Out is
A million. We know.
96. Let's put a check here.
Okay. You find a little alcove in the tunnel and duck down behind it.
Now, knives are more quieter than a rifle. So I already
Fired.
Yeah,
They know we have a rifle.
yeah, but that's not the point. See, a rifle has like muzzles of flash and stuff, right? So they'll know it's the general gist of this area, but once they get nearby, they won't have any idea where exactly I am.
You could also just do what I did and aim.
That's what my second move action is for. I got knives, and I can aim and throw.
Oh, okay. What's your throwing skill?
My throw skill is 50.
Okay, it's not entirely terrible.
All right, Benoit.
Moves, probably.
Moving away, I guess, or is that handy, or?
Yeah, it would be handy.
Alrighty.
Cultist has to make a dex check. Stumbles on the body, but manages to get up. So they are step here, and he's going to take a shot at penalty at you. Misses.
Alrighty.
All right, Agnes.
Not a whole lot for me to do. I carry on aiming. I'm not going to shoot through 2 allies with a shotgun. It's a terrible idea.
Well,
I'm expecting Benoit to move on his turn.
well, these all represent like hallways or rooms or locations, so you wouldn't be shooting.
I'm just going to be clear on this. My shotgun skill is, I believe, 45. I am not confident in my ability to make that shot.
Well, you could
without
do.
killing my ally.
Is you can move here because you have 3 actions.
Yeah.
Move there with the second, and then use your third one to attack with no penalty against the cultist.
How many of them are there? Do we know?
It is 1 right here at the moment.
Okay.
You do hear noises here.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay.
Nope.
It just rolls to defend.
I missed.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
It's my turn now?
Yes.
Alright. I'm going to sneak up behind this cultist with my knife.
Okay, so you're going to move into the same square.
Yeah. I'm going to try to backstab the cultist. Let's see, I use my...
Fighting roll.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Under F.
It's going to be brawl.
Right. Okay, the skill that says 72.
Try to fight back. You fail.
I can recover luck, right? We can recover luck later on, right?
Well, that's an optional rule, and I haven't agreed to put it in yet because I'm not sure what to do with that, considering what the artifacts do to your luck roll.
Yeah. That's it will greatly affect my decision here, as whether or not I use my luck to.
I'm not
drop
letting you
my-
burn luck at the moment.
In the sense that whether or not you're allowed to do it affects your decision of whether or not you can do it.
Oh. Right.
He tried fighting back, like one of his sleeves, a tentacle comes out, but misses.
Alright. Darn.
Yep. Benoit?
Running.
Just gonna leave us.
Yeah, that's fair.
That is a valid action.
I am the slowest. I'm going to need the head start.
Yeah, on balance initially, I do not like this.
Cultist makes a shot at you with his pistol.
I will fight back with the shotgun.
Yep. Take 1d8.
Actually, what do you actually roll?
It is his,
No, I mean, what do I roll for that?
Dodge?
Am I rolling dodge or shotgun?
it would be depending if you're fighting back, it would be your weapon skill.
Okay.
You take 3 damage.
Ow.
Okay. Agnes, your turn.
Did I attempt to shoot more than once?
What?
Did I attempt to shoot more than once?
You got 3 moves.
Oh wait, but in one move action, you do all the shots you could do with the weapon. So if the weapon does allow multiple shots, you can take it.
Ought 6
You're going to defend.
is an impale.
Oh yeah, you beat him.
Impales. That's double damage or something? With slugs? Slugs can impale.
Yeah, double damage.
Yay. 26 damage.
He goes down.
Yeah, I thought so. I'm gonna move once and reload my shotgun.
Okay. John, is it your turn? Oh, no. Sorry, Benoit, sorry.
Okay, running.
Oh, wait.
It is supposed to be my turn.
Sorry. Yeah, it is.
Alright, so...
I take a wild guess and move twice.
Yeah. Move twice.
I take a wild guess and move once.
You could one move and try to hide. I mean, you hear people coming, but because of the distance, you can try hiding.
Alright, move one and hide again.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, I make it.
Yep.
I got kind of scared there when I saw 86, but I'm okay.
Benoit? Okay.
Yeah, this is the problem I see with this system immediately. Whoever's the slowest doesn't get to play.
Okay.
A fix for the system, you might need to give everyone an extra move.
Well, an easy fix for the system would be to roll your movement every round.
Okay.
So that if you roll badly the first time, you end up being the slowest. You might not be slowest next time.
Agnes, it's your turn. You can try moving or hiding.
I will move 2 to where Benoit is.
Okay.
Attempt to hide. Still. Nope.
You're hidden. You want to try and remain hidden or join up with the group?
Can I get a general description of what the area is kind of like?
It's a tunnel.
Yeah. Icy caves. Stalactites, stalagmites.
Quick, it's icy caves. Piss on the floor.
Let it freeze over.
Can I do that?
Roll decks.
I wanted to do that.
Roll strength. Try and force it out as quickly as possible.
I'm sorry. I apologize in advance.
I mean, if
Actually,
you
not in advance.
if you don't want me to go that far, you're going to spill water.
He is a hobo. He is trained in these wily manners.
You can try to create an obstacle.
Alright.
But you have to explain to me how you're making this obstacle.
I believe he's covered that.
Okay. This is going to be some kind of craft roll.
Craft urine. Is there any kind of bonus to that for being a human being?
Or is it luck? How recently did you get drunk? Actually, he got drunk at that bar 3 hours ago. He probably did.
Add a bonus die.
So I just 2 10s and pick lowest?
Yeah.
What do I roll?
Holding it in particular just for this occasion.
If it helps, he is carrying bottles of crappy booze from the bar. He could just pull. Although booze wouldn't freeze very well.
Will be noticeably slippery though.
I'm a little concerned about using craft because I don't have anything in it.
Why is it crap?
Yeah.
Why is urinating crap?
Dex roll there. Okay.
I feel like Dex should be more accurate. How accurately can you piss and how quickly can you do it?
19.
Yep.
Yeah.
You succeed.
Critical failure is pretty obvious. It's actually, you can't get your pants up and you're running with the
Oh god, zipper!
Oh god, crit
I'll use my
failure.
remaining
Take
move.
5 points of damage.
Okay, Benoit.
moving.
Yep.
Yep.
Agnes?
I will move around that corner.
Okay. I'm going to say that's Dex check with a bonus die.
Is it bonus or penalty?
Bonus.
Okay, I succeed.
Okay. You get around just fine.
Yay. My last action is going to be taking my camera out.
Okay. Also, as you turn the corner, you see something on the wall. It looks like a series of stalactites and stalagmites formed up against the wall, kind of look like a jaw, and in it is a small tunnel.
Yeah, avoiding that.
I do not point this out to anyone else. If he happens to know it's there, I'll know he's evil.
Okay. John,
Huh?
your turn.
Alright.
Benoit, your turn.
Moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll have to make a dex roll going through this.
I just passed.
Okay. You also notice a suspicious tunnel with stalagmites and stalactites.
Okay, I avoid the suspicious looking tunnel.
I love that you literally call it a suspicious tunnel.
Well, you've already declared you're not going in it.
I'm not. I can't guarantee what my companions do.
Or no, wait, I'm going to Agnes, are you down there?
Yes. Oh, you mean down the tunnel? No.
You start.
You're going down the mouth.
Oh, they don't get hindered by the body?
Agnes, you don't know.
Slow guy. Neutral guy.
You also start hearing a gunfight down all the way back there.
That's fine.
You are now far enough away that you are no longer in a chase. You feel drawn to the tunnel.
Wait. So there's a person in a gunfight with someone else. There's more than one party.
It sounds like a gunfight
black
from two
shirts.
different parties.
Cultists and black shirts. Or whatever they're called.
Brown shirts, I think they're
Brown shirts.
Fascists.
Yeah, fascists.
jerks.
So, this thing is whispering to me in unspoken words.
It's not whispering, it's just, you feel drawn to the tunnel.
Yes, well, I was also drawn to the guys way back there. So I'm not entirely sure this thing even knows where to go.
It knows where to go to get you killed. It seems pretty good at that.
You can continue down the main tunnel or go through this one.
I'm not going to go through the tunnel.
Do I have time to attempt first aid on myself? For my gunshot raise?
I'm going to say not right now. Okay. But pretty soon you may reach a location where you can.
Okay.
How much is your first day?
61.
Okay. Yours is still better than mine.
I wish to point out I started this campaign with a first aid of 60. I have rolled it many times. Welcome to my advancement rolls. Oh, that reminds me. I make my sanity check when I kill them.
Get going.
That's an important thing to remember. Killing people is bad.
Right, I saw a guy get shot and killed.
You saw a guy get shot in the face with a shotgun slug.
Seemed to be okay with it.
I'm pretty sure I already rolled that in the past.
Oh, you rolled for shooting the guy in the face, yeah. And you weren't there when I shot you.
Whose turn is it?
We're out of the chase.
Yeah.
Alright, so, what's with that big creepy mouth thing?
I'm not sure. A cult or Cthulhu mythos I could try?
I'd say yeah.
Nope. Unless it's an occult check.
I'll try Cthulhu mythos.
Nope.
Isn't your rating like 2?
History.
Yes. Did you get +1?
No, I can roll natural history.
He hasn't succeeded or anything yet. He's just excited at the concept of the skill.
I got it.
These are actually naturally formed, although they look suspicious. Okay, wrong terminology. I mean, they are obviously formed naturally, but it looks too much like a mouth.
Yeah. Much like a mouth. I'm tempted to try and throw the trinket into there, see if anything happens.
There's a gunfight going on behind us, right?
Yes.
That's a lot of noise. I'm going to take the crowbar and just go conk on one of the stalagmites, see if it does anything.
They tip breaks.
Or if it
It's
seems
just ice.
structurally unsound. Oh, it's ice?
Yeah.
I'll knock them away.
Okay. You see to break it away, nothing happens.
Alright, are we going into the death cabin or not? Yeah, fuck no. Guy with amulet goes first.
Alright.
Guy whose book said you die if you don't have thingy. It goes first.
Okay.
That's basic.
Alright then. Go right on ahead.
Alright. You make your way down the tunnel. It gets a bit smaller at first, but widens out and goes down a bit of a slope. And then you reach a huge cavernous room with a lake at the end of it.
A lake.
Yes,
Not frozen.
it's water. And all around the shore of the lake is treasure.
Ah.
There's statues, there's boxes, there's things piled on top of each other. And some of it looks to actually be fusing with the stone. As in, it's been falling for so long that sediment is building up around them and creating layers of rock over them.
Do we see a statue kids anywhere?
Not yet. Although, in your heads, you all hear the voice, "So you have brought it at last." This does not require a sand check, as freaky as it is. However, you are overcome with such a feeling of despair that you need to roll either an int or a power roll, whichever one is higher.
I make it.
I make both.
I do not make it. I got 62 out of 60.
You both realize that this isn't your own depression. This is somehow created by the voice. You feel really fucking depressed.
Alright.
Like, you've come here from halfway across Europe. You've gotten shot at. You're being followed by cults. You don't think there's any hope left of completing this mission.
Well, I'll just wash that away with liquor.
Joke's on you, and thought, well, I already felt that way.
I'm a bum. I don't give a shit. Anyway, there's now a voice in your head. What you gonna do?
Hey, head voice. Is there an answer?
Yes.
Well, he's not a god, or he wouldn't have responded to that. So he's some stupid mage. Alright. We propose a trade.
I want the amulet.
That I'm aware of. That is what we are offering in trade. In exchange, we want one probably useless to you bit of an ancient evil statue made of white plastic.
I only want the amulet.
Cool. Could you direct us to any evil bits of statue you might get kicking around?
You get no response. You can walk through the hoards of treasure if you want.
Make a point of not touching anything I don't have to.
Okay.
This is like Cave of Wonders shit here.
Yeah.
So, we're making like
He
a...
runs up to the big red ruby on the side there.
So we make some sort of search check.
Spot hidden or something?
Yeah, I'll check if any of the gunfighters are following us.
I think they have more sense.
Okay.
You make your way through the treasure, seeing that most of it is covered in a thin layer of limestone. And you find a stalagmite just off to the corner. And inside of it is a leg of the simulacrum. With a bit of iron oxide that's gotten into the limestone. So it actually looks like the end point of the leg has a splotch of blood. It is inside the stalagmite and you'll have to break it free.
Wait.
Hey, you know what I still have that's a handy thing for breaking stuff? A hammer and a chisel.
Go right ahead, buddy.
Wait. Are you saying that this thing has blood on it?
No, it has rust on it, which looks like blood. And it's totally not blood at all. Honest.
For realsy.
I'm confused.
Rust. It's
Rust.
Orange substance.
Rust. Oh, you said
Yes.
rust.
Yes.
So there's rust on the statue. The statue that has been consistently...
No,
The
remains
statue
clean.
is not rusted. The statue has been here so long that sediment from dripping water has built up over it.
Uh-huh.
And part of that has rusted material in it.
Ah.
It's
okay.
covered in crap.
Okay. Alright.
Crap, that just happens to look like blood.
So it's
Yep.
like
Yes,
positioned
just
like
that.
this.
Yep.
The leg.
You smash through the limestone and grab it.
I think a hammer chisel would take too long. Can you just like kick it over?
Depends how encased it is.
Yeah.
And what
Like
it's
how
encased in.
encased is it?
The point is we're
have,
breaking it out.
Yeah.
Don't we have an entrenching tool?
I do, but that's not going to work on stone.
It is a very thin layer. There's actually no roll required to do this.
Okay. Smashy, smashy.
You now have the right leg of the simulacrum. Now that you have 4 of the artifacts, your know, your idea, and your luck rolls are now affected by 20%.
There isn't any place for no on this new character sheet.
Well, this large blank space next to your attributes, I just wrote minus 20%.
You also notice that a lot of the stalactites and stalagmites that have been forming actually have stacks of the same medallion you are carrying. Thousands of them.
Uh-huh.
Last thing I want to do is spot hidden check. Do I see any of the scrolls kicking around in this room?
Make a roll.
I make it. I get a difficult success.
You don't see anything that looks like scrolls.
Okay. We should probably leave that amulet thing here.
Alright.
Hold it up. Set it down.
Yeah, just set it down on that pile of exactly the same looking amulets.
Oh, you know what you should totally do? All the amulets are carefully arranged like this. You put this one on backwards.
Yes!
You're lucky this being doesn't have OCD.
Actually, we'd be lucky if it is, because while he's fucking around with that, we can run away.
You no longer feel the pull from the amulet, and you no longer hear the howls of the wind.
Well, darling, I believe this is a perfect moment to get the fuck out of here.
Absolutely. Heading for the door. Just, hey, do we have you even made it to the door or something out?
Yes, you do.
Okay. As we're leaving, pleasure doing business with you.
You actually no longer hear any gunfighting. It is silent.
It's over. Sneak, sneak.
You first, darling.
40 out of 96.
Okay. It is a long walk out of the caves. It takes about 45 minutes of time, and as you make the trip, you find bodies upon bodies of people. There are cultists with their tentacle arms. They're all shot and dying. You find people in brown shirts.
Hold on. You said they're dying, which means they're not dead yet.
They're dead.
Alright. Just want to make it shade clear. If there's any that's not dead,
I find a stick-on or some sort of pointing utensil on the ground. I draw Hitler was here.
No, too obvious. What? No, you just gotta leave like an armband or something.
You also find
Oh no, I draw a swastika in blood and say, "You're next."
You also find a third kind of body. There's a third kind of gunman within the crowd, and they're all Turkish gentlemen in suits.
Yeah, let's see if I can get anywhere with this. I got some time to keep trying, though. I'm trying to take pictures. Hey!
Okay.
Photography, odd 8. I'm taking pictures of cultists and dead Turks. And
these Turkish gunmen in suits, do their faces look familiar?
One of them is the man that helped you in the alley.
What exactly did he want us to do?
Return the amulet.
Ah. Okay.
Find what we came here for and get out.
Ah. Okay.
I am going to search bodies.
Okay.
Specifically those Turkish guys. Do they have freaky cult stuff on?
They're freaky, but they don't have cult stuff. What you find is that there's a V line about here in the front and the back, as if the skin around their head is different than the rest of their body. Some of their arms don't seem to match and have similar disjointed lines.
I knew there was more than one cult.
In fact, you specifically notice this because that's the exact kind of stuff you can do with one of the spells you have just researched. You are able to discern that these are members of the Brotherhood of Skin.
Okay. Those guys that murdered that guy in London. I speak words, shut up.
That is some damn fine reporting. As you make your way out of the caves, you see a bunch of cars out front, all empty and bereft of people.
Do they have their keys in their connection?
One of them does. It is a 4-hour drive back to Trieste, or a 3-hour train ride if you drive to the local train station, or walk to the local train station if you're called.
Did you just say the train ride takes longer than a car ride? Okay.
The train ride is 3 hours.
Okay, well, I wasn't paying enough attention because I was writing something down. I'm like, did he just say 4 hours for the train and 3 hours for the car?
Turn anything in the trunk.
That's an important check. Is there anything in this car?
Guns.
Severed head in the trunk. What kind of guns?
A few machine guns. Actually, you find a Tommy gun.
Yay! Does anyone have Tommy gun skill? I don't know what skill he uses.
I believe rifle might work.
Machine gun.
Cool.
There's actually enough of this equipment for you all to have a Tommy gun,
Sweet.
as well as 100 rounds of ammunition.
Cool.
What's the base for machine gun?
I am not sure what the new base is, but I will find out for you. It might be the same as in 6th edition, let me check. Machine gun starts at 15%.
15.
That's 7 and 3 for the other stats.
However, the wind is biting, and it is howling. If you remain out in this, you will all take 1d3 damage every few hours.
turn on the heating if that's a thing. And still, we'd be better off in the car.
Yeah. Okay. So we drive to the train station, hop on the train, and head back to our other train.
You make your way back to Trieste. You go back to your hotel room and find that it has been cased. Luckily, you hadn't stored anything there of great importance.
That's because we're not dumb.
Yeah.
Mysterious guy in alley. Don't worry, it'll take several days for them to find your hotel room. Except for the fact that you clearly know where it is, you dick.
Yeah. So you're going to the train station, you grab the other parts of the artifact and leaving?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or luggage cases. Can I buy a violin case?
Yes. In fact, there's a violin store right beside it.
Yes. I buy a violin in a case, I take the violin and just throw it in the dumpster.
Tony's Violin Emporium. You actually bought a
Does the violin
Stradivarius.
store only carry violin cases? They don't actually sell violins. It's like, wait, you're putting a violin in this? I don't know.
Oh no, it's not built for that.
It's not really made for that.
Yeah. So, we're just a trio of violinists now.
I was already keeping my shotgun in like a duffel bag.
I'm just picturing three incredibly untrained people firing Tommy guns.
Well, the beauty of a Tommy gun is you don't really need much training to operate one. It's just
We all
point
have
and click it.
base 15 at the moment.
You hold down the trigger until you are out of bullets.
I believe for machine guns, if you are spraying ammo, it increases your effective skill.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Just sheer volume of lead.
there's
It was something like for every additional shot you fire, it increases the percentage roll or something.
up to something like your dex time.
I think it's like up to like twice your skill or something. I don't know. Also, point blank range doubles your skill anyway, which I forgot to do when I was having that shotgun fight. But whatever. I think I still would have failed the first attack.
Which means that if you're blowing all your ammo on your machine gun and your point blank range, you're rolling on 60.
Yeah.
Which is still good.
That's literally a guy who has never operated a gun before, picks up a Tommy gun, kicks open a door, just does this in a small room. Yeah, he's gonna hit something.
Unless you crit fail, and it jams the moment you pull the trigger. Oh god, I want to see that one day. Yep. As the train pulls away, you all gain 1d4 sanity for recovering another piece of the simulacrum.
Oh my god, it finally happened! This may be the first time the Call of Cthulhu game has happened. My sanity has not gone up as high as it could have because I have a Cthulhu Mythos skill. It got capped. It was relevant.
So, how many pieces were there down?
5 in theory.
I believe we are missing the right arm and the head.
So 6.
Yeah.
I got a stick-figure here to keep track.
Also, we still need to find the rest of the scrolls, or we won't be able to actually do anything with them.
Oh, right, yeah, there's a scroll for each of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we need, I think, all of them.
How many do we have so far?
1. Hence why I've been looking for scrolls.
That's,
To be fair, most of them are probably in the possession of cultists. Especially considering one of them is supposed to have spells in it. Evil spells. Who would ever want to know spells?
A day has gone by. You are free to research the third spell if you want.
So there's nothing to do. Yay, if I need to patch up my bullet wounds.
oh, it's a new day, I get natural healing and stuff, right?
Yep, you heal 1.
Who's still hurt?
Still hurt? I'm 9 out of 12.
Who actually took damage in the caves?
I'm at 10 out of 11 HP.
I'm at 9 out of 12.
Yeah, but have you actually received any wounds since before, when we were medicining ourselves?
No. Though, it's been crowding my mind about whether or not I can just, nick my finger with a needle. It's like, use first aid.
No. Only up to the maximum you lost from the wound. I can try medicine on myself, though. Nope.
I'll try medicine on myself.
Oh, yeah, medicine. That's the thing.
Again, it only works once per wound.
Once per what?
Once per wound.
Oh, okay.
You can do it to me.
Okay. Well, I got an 1, so
Yay.
you
Put a check on it.
So yeah, back on the Orient Express back over
Yep.
here. That's not going to be a problem.
Just move that. No, I mean just take it down.
In fact, it is dinner time, and in the train car, you actually have a maitre d' come up.
A what?
A waiter. One of our guests has actually gifted you this wonderful bottle of rosé.
Oh really? Who is this kind and generous fellow?
Oh, it was the man over. Oh, he must have left. He was over at the table over there.
What did he look like?
Kind of portly. Very, very classy gentleman and very nice.
If I give a description of that jackass from Love's Odds, is it that jackass?
Yes.
Sure! Called it!
There might be something in these roses.
Rosé. It's a drink.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I'm sure we will take excellent care of this. Check it out.
Window.
Probably some sort of sleep agent.
Probably.
In that case, maybe we should store it.
No, because we don't know if it does anything.
It's my biggest problem with that part that you just nimbly dodged. I just told you the scenario exactly how it's printed.
Nice.
Yes, I'll just take this back to my cabin. On my way to the cabin, I open the thing between the two cars, the coupling, and when I'm standing in the coupling, I just go, whoop.
And the bottle majestically sails into the darkness. Goes smash.
Somewhere, down, living under the bridge, the bottle lands on some soft snow, and a small homeless child comes out and goes, "Oh, a treat!" Takes it, and then falls asleep in the snow and freezes to death. Roll sand. No, that's if this was a game being run by me.
How would I notice the little orphan boy in the snow? That was 5 miles ago.
He just had time to stagger, cling on to the back of the tree.
That is one dead stowaway.
So what's the next destination?
The next destination.
Sophia, I think.
But to get there, you'll have to pass by the town of Zagreb. Which I actually don't have a printout for it, but it's in here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can I put a check for my firearms handgun for blowing that guy's head off?
Yes. This is one of those moments where why not?
If he wanted to leave a pretty corpse, I would have shot him in the heart. He just didn't give me a straight answer with that.
What's your sanity at?
Let's see, it's at 70.
So you're actually fairly sane despite all this.
Yeah.
I know what reality is.
I mean, Agnes started with a sanity of 70.
I started with a sanity of 62 and somehow shooted up to 74.
Well, I have a bit of a problem because I have only the notes for the thing you surpassed.
Okay. Which thing was that? Was it the bottle or something else in the cave?
The bottle does something.
Yeah, probably takes you to Dreamless one.
Yeah.
Because he had an elixir that did that, and he has more power than it.
Let's just say it was a parting gift. Because he wasn't really happy.
No, shocking, man.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
wondering when he'd come back.
I wonder how much of the... I wonder how much damage
The trip to Zagreb.
It's
Probably
only
a couple
about the day.
Okay. Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? Study a book. I make my sand roll.
Alright. So we all heal one more?
Yes.
Alright, I'm at max health.
Yeah. So the first spell you learned was the Heart Stop, and the second one was the Skin Change. The third one allows you to transplant organs from one person to the next. However, there's a condition. You cannot transfer the heart.
That would be why he was trying to do this.
Yes. You can forcibly do this ritual on a person, but it's not very combat worthy because it's a very intensive ritual.
So, say there was someone who has problem needs me to liver.
You would have to find somebody else with a clean liver and then transfer it over.
Also, you would have to know that Agnes has this spell.
Yeah.
And Agnes would have to be stupid enough to do it.
And being a participant in the ritual will cost you sanity. It'll cost you more if it's being done forcibly against you.
Okay then.
Would I be able to train with my new Tommy gun?
Everyone on the train would hear you firing this Tommy gun.
So that would be a no.
Just take out the clip. Make sure the thing is empty. There's no bullets inside, right? And then just like pew 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 pew.
Pew pew. Just point and make pew pew noises.
Daka daka daka. During this time you're on the train, there's a new rule that's in 7th edition, where basically if you can explain how you've done your relaxation or done some kind of story action with your character's past, you can actually regain some sanity. So if you would like to recoup any of that, you can explain to me what your character's been doing over the past 2 days on the train.
I've been writing letters to Ted from Scotland Yard and making notes for the Blue Canal about my experiences on the train.
Okay.
I have been very careful to make sure this is a very watered down approach, and I may be revising a few of what happened in my own head.
Like the page where you go into graphic detail about blowing a man's brains out in a cave?
Yeah, I revised that into. We just had a nice day of spelunking.
Let us leave it at that.
Yeah.
All right.
The caverns themselves were gloriously beautiful and was nice and safe from the cold. And
You'll recover 1d4 sanity.
1d4. That's a 1. I am at 71 alleged sanity.
Hey, remember when we were in that dream place and there was that door that shouldn't have been there?
Yeah.
You know, the one that said "Do not open."
It didn't say do not open. It was like painted on the wall.
Yeah, and there was like boarded up and stuff.
Yeah.
There was no sign that said do not open.
Yeah.
I think the boarded up part kind of implied that.
I think I might have put a sign on it. It said do not open.
So, I'm able to retrace the steps and find where that door, is in relation. I mean,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be like
it was like an extra car.
it was an extra car.
Something like
it was
that.
like an extra car in the back.
Apparently it is a car that does not exist on this train.
You think that's where the little sound guy is holding up?
In Dreamland?
Yeah.
Possibly. That would explain where he keeps appearing and disappearing to.
Yeah.
Personally, I hold out my personal theory that that's the car that has the chugga in it. Because there is always a chugga. Clancy's one.
Always
chugga
one.
Somewhere.
I mean, it's not like I would agree to that because it's actually something worse. And it is a clever red herring. The cleveriest of red herrings.
The kind that's not really a red herring. It just kills you.
It's a red herring missile.
Alright. What would I be doing? What would I be doing?
Stealing, thieving, drinking, eating.
Does the Orient Express have like a mail service for sending letters and stuff?
Yes.
I have some letters to write, namely to my husband Malcolm back home, explaining that I'm okay, and all that sort of thing, and that I'm getting lots of interesting stories.
And I've lost a finger.
My sanity is actually, I don't mention that. My sanity is already maxed out, so I don't need to do that, quote unquote, but I'm still gonna. The other thing I'm gonna do is write up a story of the shootout between brown shirt fascists and cultists in a cavern near Trieste, along with pictures. I have proof, I took pictures.
That'll be a skill check.
I did make a photography check.
No, you're writing.
Oh, writing.
But I will give you a
think it's
bonus
an
because you have
English check.
pictures with it.
I think it's an English check.
Add a bonus die.
Sure.
Because the pictures make it more,
Yep. 57 out of 60.
Alright, put a check.
Yay. My English skill will go. Perhaps. Knowing me, it won't.
That is the nature of enhancement rolls. They will screw you.
The The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that sample jar of terrifying thing I found, and I'm going to send that to a professor at Miskatonic University.
Okay.
So I'm sure that'll cause havoc somewhere.
Watch that be the seed for a completely different campaign.
Oh yeah.
The Trieste sample.
The swollen jar. The jar, but it's like sort of starting to bow outwards.
Thing in it is growing. Oh god.
Alright, I get a little bit too drunk, and I go to bed, and I wake up, but this isn't my bed.
You're actually in the coal storage behind the engine?
The cold storage.
No, coal.
Cold storage.
Yeah, you know how there's
Sea whale.
the train and there's that big thing of coal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just like laying there covered in soot. And partly sticky, so more soot is sticking to you.
Does the train have like a shower on it somewhere?
Most likely.
I'm taking a shower.
The most realistic thing anyone here has done in a long time.
Hey, I think the whole thing.
Think about D&D. When was the last time anybody said, my character is taking a shower?
I wish to point out that someone in a D&D game said that what their character was doing when they were making camp was that they went off to take a piss in the woods, and the party got attacked by bandits. And when his turn in initiative came up, he said, "And what do you do?" He said, "I zip up." Is my action.
Oh man. I know there's not much else to do in this session, so I'm going to let you do your enhancement rolls now. Don't forget, you also get one free check.
Yeah. I'm going to put it in Tommy, just
Of course you are.
because.
I'm going to put it in Bulgarian for no reason whatsoever. Oh look, it went up.
Apparently I only had one successful roll, and that was stealth.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't forget that if a stat goes above 90, you get 2d6 worth of sanity.
Natural world. Forgot about that.
There's actually a really catchy song called Tommy Gun.
I now have a 20 in my Tommy gun skill.
Nice. That means if you bust into a room, you're close range, and you blow most of your ammo, you're rolling it at 80.
Yeah. Shotgun goes up.
Okay, a fifth of 20 is 4, right?
Yes.
Man, we gotta start doing enhancement rolls in the middle of the session more often. I've gotten all of these so far.
Oh, wow.
Hey! Again, that moment of eclipse phase where I'm like, damn it, wait, yes!
If it was any other roll, you'd be pissed that you rolled that. What did you improve?
English. My spot hidden didn't go up. Photography? Yeah!
Oh, should I put a check for literature for my writing?
Yes.
It doesn't go up. Oh, and medicine. Forgot about that one.
This is too perfect.
Damn it.
I couldn't think of anything, decided, you know what, I'm going to do my free check on charm. And I botched it.
The thing that starts at 15, yes.
Congratulations on the shit roll.
It's like the universe said, no.
Well, apparently the universe was giving this guy really good rolls right now.
Yeah! That's like the first enhancement roll section in which I've improved more than one skill. I got like 4. Awesome. Although, I mean, Bulgarian was kind of a gimme.